All right, how's everybody doing tonight? What we're going to be looking at today is equations of circles. And equations of circles, we're going to be looking at how to graph them. We're also going to be looking at finding the equations of circles given certain information. Now, standard form for the equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And that's where h and k are our center, and r is equal to our radius. We also have another equation here. If, for instance, it so happens that our h and our k are both 0, in other words, our center is at the origin, then our equation for the circle is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Now, first thing we're going to look at doing here is finding the equation given a point and given the center. So I have the point 1/4 on the circle, and the center is at -2 and -3. So we're going to use our standard form here to be able to find the equation of our circle. So looking at this, notice that our point is our x and our y in our standard equation. Our h and our k comes from here in our center. So we plug these in to find r squared. So if we do that, you've got 1 minus a -2 squared plus 4 minus a -3 squared is going to be equal to our r squared. All right, so this is going to give us 1 minus a -2, that's 3, so we got 3 squared. 4 minus a -3 is 7. You got 7 squared. That's going to give us r squared. And of course, 3 squared is 9. 7 squared is 49. 9 plus 49 is going to give us 58. All right, that's our r squared that we need for this equation. Now to write the general form for our equation, we would write x minus a -2, and minus a -2 means we're going to have a +2 squared plus y minus -3, and minus and a -3 is going to give us a +3 squared, is going to be equal to our 58. That's going to be the equation of our circle that goes through 1/4 and has a center of -3, -2, -3. Now, we want to sketch the circle given by the equation here. All right, so as I remember the last few days, what we've been working on is completing the square. This is where that kind of comes in handy and you have to do it. So with completing the square here, we're going to use this first part and this second part as part of completing the square. All right, so as remember, we got x squared minus 6x plus a blank. That's going to be our first one. And then we've got y squared minus 2y plus another blank. And one of the things we did was take our constant term and move it to the other side. So that's going to be equal to -6. And we're going to have 2 blanks over here, running out of room. All right, so what we do is we half it and we square it. Half of 3, or half of 6, is 3. And 3 squared is 9, so that's going to go there. Half of 2 is 1, and of course 1 squared is 1, and that's going to go there. So we take both of those, the 9 and the 1, we got to put them on the other side to keep everything equal. This is our perfect square here, so we get x minus 3 squared plus y minus 1 squared has to be equal to 6, or -6 plus 9 plus 1, which is going to give us a +4. So that tells me that my h and my k is going to be 3 and 1, and my radius is, my r squared is 4, so that means r is going to be equal to 2. So if I were going to sketch that graph, I know that my radius is 2, so I'm going to go start at my center, which is at 1, 2, 3, and up 1. I'm going to go up 2 and put a dot, down 2 and put a dot. I'm going to go to the right 2 and put a dot, and to the left 2 and put a dot. Because my radius is 2. So all those dots, then I make my circle. So, what I want you guys to try on your own, you can go back and look and see what I did, is I want you to try this problem. You're going to have a center at 3, 7, and the point on the circle is 1, 0. Here you're sketching the graph. You got x squared minus 2x plus y squared minus 4y minus 4 equals 0. You're going to try these two problems and have those ready for me for tomorrow. Also, what I want you to do is write down in your book, today I learned, I understand, I was surprised that, now I know that. The most important thing I remember is, or to remember is, I can use this in my everyday life when, and one question I still have is. That way when we come in, you guys will be working on that. All right? Have a good one.